Hey everybody, welcome back to Caitlin's Couch Corner. My name is Caitlin, and today's video is going to be talking about a little life update, where I've been for the past 3 weeks, why I haven't posted on anything, and what's been going on, as well as my 2023 goals. So if you guys haven't already, follow me over on Caitlin's Couch Corner on my Instagram. And if you guys haven't subscribed down below, please do so if you would like to. I would really appreciate you guys joining the fam. I have some super exciting things coming this year, I think. Exciting things for the channel, exciting things for me. And I'm ready to show you guys and bring you guys along on the journey. But in case you haven't seen, here in the bottom of the screen, I have a little friend, and this is part of where I've been and why I haven't been on YouTube. So without further ado, this is my little puppy, Rue. So this is Rue. You can't really see her because she's not cooperating, but this is my little puppy, Rue, and she is a 9-week-old doodle dachshund mix. And she is from an accidental litter. We did not get her from a breeder or anything. My cousin's neighbor got given a golden doodle by her boss. They already had a few dogs. They didn't think anything about the male dogs interacting with this new female doodle, and well, one of them did. And yeah, so she was laying in the yard eating pecans one day, and the dachshund just took his chance. So that is how this sweet little muffin came along. And one of my cousin, that's her neighbor, she actually kept one of her sisters. She's a little chocolate brown one. And yeah, we're just super excited to be dog parents. And if you guys have been watching, you know that we were saving up to get a puppy, and she just kind of came along at the right time. So she is my little bestie girl, and she's so cute and adorable. What's up here? Who's that? She's like, who's who, Mom? But anyway, she's super cute, and we're obsessed with her. JR and I are having the best time being little puppy parents, and she has just been the most fun thing ever. So if you guys don't mind, she's just gonna stay in the video. Let me see. Maybe you can kind of see her a little bit more. What are you doing? So anyway, that is Rue, and that's honestly the majority of where I've been for the last 3 weeks. We got her on January 2nd, and she has just been taking up all of our time. And another little life update, JR just started school. He's taking like aviation classes for mechanics, and so that is new and exciting for him, and that is something that he has been trying to get done for a long time. And so yeah, that's also a new life change for us, him in school and us having a little puppy. So that's new. And probably one of the other biggest bits of news is that we are moving. At this point in time, it is 3 weeks away from now. Anyway, but yes, we are moving. We're not moving like cities or states or anything like that. We're actually just moving a few miles up the road. But for us, it's exciting because we're finally gonna be in like an area of where we live that we really want to live. Rent is cheaper, which is 100% the most exciting aspect of all of this. And yeah, so we're also moving. So that's also part of where I have been the last few weeks, is trying to get, you know, our life like together. I decided that once I took my Christmas stuff down was when I would start the kind of like decluttering, organizing, starting packing phase. And I actually took our Christmas stuff down on like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Well, a little bit before that, and then New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. And then we got her on the 2nd. So things have just been a little wild, and we've just kind of been taking it slow and steady. And that's all we can really do, honestly, because we're kind of doing a lot at the moment. But they were having the best time. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. I am planning on filming a moving vlog. I asked you guys over on Instagram if you guys would like to see some moving vlogs or moving like vlog style videos. And the majority of you guys said yes, so why not? So, I figured I would try to film some of that. I have already started packing, so I kind of like missed a little bit of that, but I can still do what I can and then film the actual moving process. So that is what I'm planning on doing, and hopefully that will be coming in the next few weeks, along with my regular cash stuffing videos and budgeting videos, which I know I have severely lacked on, and I'm sorry, but I hope with this cute little puppy right here gnawing on my thumb, you guys will give me some grace on that, because we've been just trying to make it. Okay, that was a lot of explaining. I'm sorry if you guys didn't like that. Let's jump into my 2023 goals. I'm just going to keep her here because, well, it's just going to be easier that way. So I'm going to be looking down here at a notebook so I can read off my goals. Any potential raise that I might get this year, if I am so lucky to get one, I am planning on adding it to my IRA account through my work. So whatever like amount that I get per hour, whatever that ends up being like per week, I would like to start contributing that to my retirement at work, just to up my contribution, just to be doing a little bit more than what I am right now. Then going off of that retirement, I said in my last video that I wanted to set up a personal like IRA account last year, and I did not do it. I did save for it in my category, my retirement category, and I still have that money. But I just didn't save for it. I mean, I didn't create the account for it. So I really want to do that this year. And then I would like to add $2,000 to it this year. So this is kind of where I'm starting to get into my money categories and like how much I would like to save by the end of the year. So bear with me on all these numbers coming up next. But the next one that I would like to get is a buffer category. So at the moment in time, my buffer category was my month ahead category. So I'm getting rid of month ahead and changing it to buffer. So as of right now, that buffer category is going to help with our move and our expenses with that, because we are breaking a lease. So we are having to pay a certain amount of money. And so that's why I've been really trying to bulk up that month ahead buffer category. But regardless of whatever we spend out of that buffer category, by the end of the year, I would like to have a $2,000 buffer. So this is not an emergency fund, this is a buffer category. So speaking of emergency fund, my next goal is to have $1,000 in an emergency fund by the end of 2023. So the difference that I'm making in like emergency fund versus buffer is I would like to have an $1,000 emergency fund for emergencies. Then I would like to have $2,000 in buffer. That way I can have an extra $2,000 just kind of hanging out. That way I don't have to pull it from my personal savings. So like say if something happens that like, I don't know, maybe there's, you know, a car maintenance issue that I have to empty out completely my car maintenance envelope. Then I have this buffer category that I can pull from instead of my actual savings. or say I have a healthcare emergency or something like that, or I have to help out a family member or whatever the case is. I can, you know, if I don't have enough money saved up in that specific like category or thing, I can pull from my buffer so I don't have to pull from my savings. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense to you guys, or if you agree, or if you think I should just make it all like one big emergency category. For right now, I'm sticking with emergency fund and I'm sticking with buffer. Because eventually I would like to have a bigger emergency fund, but I think I would just always like to have a $2,000 buffer for literally whatever it is. Like if I want to go on a huge big shopping trip and like spend a couple $100s, well, I can pull it from buffer and like not feel bad, because I'm almost also treating buffer as like a miscellaneous category as well. Now, I don't plan on spending $2,000 all the time or like dipping into it all the time, but like say, you know, if we move again in the future, but we're not really planning on it and like the opportunity just kind of presents itself, we can pull from there for moving expenses. Or if we need to buy new furniture because something crazy happens and I don't have a furniture category, that's what I can use that buffer for. Enough on that, because I feel like I'm talking myself in circles, and I'm sorry if I am. I would like to up my personal savings account by $5,000. So that doesn't mean have $5,000 in my personal savings account that I don't talk about on here. That just means increase my savings amount by $5,000 by the end of the year. That's that. And again, I don't really talk about my personal savings, so that's just a number. I just want to increase it by $5,000 this year. My next goal is to reach $1,500 at least in my car maintenance category. And eventually I would like to up that. And I would like to get some little dividers to put in there for certain things. You know, like car tag, like registration that you have to do every year, oil changes, tires, I don't know exactly what, but yeah, 1,500 is what we're shooting for this year by the end of the year. So I think that's good. As of right now, I think that's good. I would like to reach $2,000 in my future house category, which would go toward a down payment. Well, essentially a down payment, but like something for a future house. $2,000 by the end of this year, which I think is doable. Then I would like to increase my healthcare fund up to $1,000 and keep it like at $1,000 minimum at all times, just in case anything crazy were to happen. That's just another thing that costs a lot of money, and I have vision and medical insurance, but I do not currently have dental insurance, although I could add it on through my work. I just haven't. But like that's something that I have to pay for out of pocket, and so just something that I would like to save for and prepare for on top of any other healthcare expenses that might come up. This little thing right here, this little gremlin, I really would like to get her category ruse emergency fund or ruse savings, whatever. It's just the RU envelope at the moment. I would like to get hers up to $1,000 at least, just because you never know when anything crazy can kind of happen with dogs, and you have to go like emergency vets or anything like that, which hopefully we will never ever have to do, but things happen. And you know, food and new like toys, or if we want to send her to training, or if she needs medication one day or something like that. I don't know. I just want to have $1,000 set aside specifically for her. That way, if anything happens or whatever, we can just pull from there. Girl, you are making this video a little bit difficult. I love you, though. Quit. So my next one is to save for Christmas again this year, before Christmas. I blew my Christmas budget last year, which was $900. I went at least a few $100s over that. So I would like to increase it to $1,000 this year, but my biggest goal is to stay within my Christmas budget this year. And that does include things like donating to certain causes or certain things for Christmas. Those are just things that I also feel is important around the holidays, is to give back if you can. And I was able to do that this year because I saved for it. So like I said, I want to increase my budget to $1,000 this year, but that does include more than just like buying gifts for the people that I'm buying gifts for. So that is that. But my biggest goal is to just stay within that $1,000 budget this year. And then let's see. I think I have 3 other goals, and that's it, which I'm glad, because I'm tired of holding this little gremlin hostage up here on the table, and I'm running out of breath. So I would also like to pay off $4,500 on my car loan this year. I am currently under $15,000 on my car loan, and I would just like to pay off at least $4,500 of that this year, which is super doable, I think. Also, I'm actually a month ahead on my car payment at the moment, but I think I'm just going to continue paying it, even though it would be nice to not pay it for a month and like use that money towards our move. But I just don't think I'm gonna do that. I really want to pay off my car as quickly as possible, and finishing these payments, or continuing to make these payments even though I'm a month ahead, will help me do that at least a little bit faster. So that is that goal. And then lastly, these pertain to like YouTube and something else. So here on YouTube, I really would like to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year. I just think that would be super amazing and incredible. Oh goodness. Amazing and incredible, and just a big milestone that I would really like to reach. This video is getting crazy. So I would like to reach 500 subscribers by the end of 2023 on my YouTube channel. And something that I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping is going to happen is that I will be able to open an Etsy shop this year, or my own shop, I don't know. But I really would like to try to create some products for you guys. Most of what I have in my binders I have created or done on my own, and I would really like to offer that to you guys. And it would also allow me to have another chance to kind of be creative and see what I could create. So yes, I would like to open an Etsy shop this year. Fingers crossed that it will happen. I'm going to do everything I can to make it happen this year. And I just think that that would really be exciting and fun. So those are my goals for 2023. Sounds like a lot. It is a lot. That also doesn't include any of my personal goals, but that might be for a later video. But yeah, those are my budget goals for 2023. And this is Miss Rue being her little gremlin self. And now do you guys know why I've been missing for 3 weeks? Basically because life has just been wild with this one. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one.